Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Release every day's video. So this will obviously be a longer video because I'm going to be comparing last year's Bourbon County release where they had single barrels. And so I have in order from my right, your left, this is the Wild Turkey one, and it was bottled on September 13th, coming in at 13.8% ABV. This one is the Heaven Hills one. This was bottled on October 12th. This one's coming in at 14.3% ABV. I believe that's the one I bought locally. That's the one we got. And I think, or actually, was it Wild Turkey? Sean from Nerd Sense gave me one of these, and then Ross gave me the other one. And Ross, I'm pretty sure, gave me this one, which is the Willet, which was bottled on October 11th, and it's 14.3% ABV. So I've not had any of these. And also, actually, Ross gave me this glass as well, and then Mike from Nerd Sense gave me this glass, so that's why I have 3 Bourbon County glasses. I had bought one, and then Mike had given me one, and then for my birthday this past year, Ross gave me this 30th one. So anyway, so my plan is, I went back and forth. Should I open them off camera, try to expedite the video? But I typically open on camera, and I have different kinds of caps, like bottle, like the different ones to try to, preserve these, because I don't think I'll be able to drink all 3 of these today. I'm starting relatively early in the day. It's 3 o'clock, but I don't think I can do all these today. So I'll probably, drink some obviously on camera, a little bit off camera, and then the rest I'll finish tomorrow. But yeah, so let's get going. I think I'll just do one at a time at first. Or should I? You think I should do all of them? He asks, when there's no one who can speak back to him. These were all in my beer fridge. They're all at 55 degrees. So, I'm sure inevitably I'll talk about which one I like the most and all that. But, it's just in terms of serving temperatures and things like that. Yeah, they're all the same when I'm consuming them. All right, so let's just do it that way so I have easier access. All right, so we'll start the same way I read them. So we're starting with the Wild Turkey, 13.8% ABV. They probably all look basically the same. This one's retaining head a little bit better for what that's worth. Let's get to the aroma. Vanilla and chocolate seem to dominate for me. Caramel interwoven for sure. It's candy bar-y, a little bit of like that nougat, even nougat, even like some of that. It's not nutty, so it's not Snickers. So what's the one? Is it Milky Way that has the caramel, nougat, and chocolate? So it's kind of like that. A little bit of oak. And you do get, bourbon specific, Wild Turkey specifically, but you do, that does shine through. A little bit of a berry thing. Yeah, that smells good. Oh, I also have water off camera just so when I do start tasting these to try to differentiate. They do all look basically the exact same, so I'm just going to skip that part and do the aroma now. This one is not as expressive. This is a Heaven Hills. Similar things. Doesn't have that berry or like the cherry fruit thing that I got towards the end on that one. This one has chocolate and vanilla. More chocolate than vanilla. Interestingly, now I am getting some cherry, but man, like caramel I don't really get. Man, this one's... And looking at the glasses, they're... I poured them pretty evenly. Just in terms of like volume, if that's affecting anything, or like how much the glass is filled up and the distance between the liquid and my nose. I don't know. This one's not as impactful of an aroma. Yeah, that's about all I got. It's not bad. It's just being honest, compared to this one, the Wild Turkey, it's just not as expressive. All right, let's see about the Willet. Okay, that's back up there. Okay, good. Because I'll be honest with you, part of me was like, do I already have not palate fatigue, but like nose palate fatigue, coming into this one? But this one's very expressive, like the first one. That berry cherry thing, more pronounced. A nice dark chocolate. Less vanilla than I was getting with this one. Man, that berry thing, it's not the only thing there. But like when you smell this, it makes so much sense why they do things like Bramble, you know, where it's just like, yeah, put berries into this beer. Like, you know it's going to work because it's got notes of that. This one does a really nice expression of that. Ooh, okay, so there's some caramel. A little bit of oak in the bourbon specifically. This one gave me the most bourbon, though, the wild turkey, right? All right, so since I did pour a little bit more into the middle one, let me just try to get these all basically the same. All right, let's get to the first one. So this one, just whatever. Cheers to Nerd Sense holistically and Ross. Because again, I forget who gave me which beer at this point, but cheers, guys. Appreciate it. That's good. I really like that. I like the aroma. Chocolate, vanilla, big caramel. It's got that, it's like a chef, right? All right, so you like Milky Way, candy bars. This is my elevated deconstruction version of that, in beer form. That's what this is. Good oaky quality. Does have the bourbon. So like this definitely is showing the barrel aging, which is nice. The chocolate is relatively dark chocolate, a little bit of sweetness with that vanilla at times, milk chocolatey. That's really good. That's really good. And again, just to kind of cleanse my palate. I'll put that up there. All right, so this one, again, is the Heaven Hills, and I didn't get a lot out of the aroma. See about the taste. Cheers. Okay, the flavor is good, so that's nice. It's got this chocolate cola vibe for sure. Very cola-y. And actually, okay, so again, they did do a cola variant, so kind of, I guess that makes sense. I never really thought about that, but there is a decent amount of cola in this one. And I've gotten that, a little bit in other, whether it's these guys or not, barrel-aged stouts. But yeah, definitely very cola-like. Not a ton of the barrel, so that follows the aroma also. But yeah, that chocolate's nice in there. I'm getting caramel, which I didn't get in the aroma. Some tart, not like in an affected way, but a little bit of this tart cherry instead of like a sweet cherry. Okay. Slight, almost medicinal cherry. Again, it doesn't taste infected though, because they have made an infected version as well. And the last one, which again is the Willet. Cheers. So as someone who loves chocolate, I'm always a vanilla police. I wish there was more vanilla in things. And I've said this before in beer reviews. I think some people think of me as, like, you must love vanilla. You're always talking about, I wish there was more vanilla. I do love vanilla, but chocolate's actually my jam. So I really like the level of chocolate in this. I think it's the most of the three. And it's mostly dark, but there's a couple other chocolate notes. So you get a little bit of complexity with this chocolate, which is cool. I can smell a little bit of the booze, but it's okay, which for the style is totally okay, and it's not too much where it just smells like ethanol or something. Excuse me. A little bit of coconut. So this is the only one that I got any coconut out of. Baking spices, you can almost taste cinnamon. Like, it's like so close to, actually tasting like cinnamon. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, a little of that coconut, some oak, especially this aftertaste. You do get some of the, spirit in the sip as well. So like, clearly this one's not my favorite, the Heaven Hills. And I got to retry these on the outsides to really pin it down, which is my favorite. And it's interesting. There is similarity. The chocolate note's the most obvious one to me, but these do have differences, and it's pretty cool to do this, this way, because you really do get a chance to see what's the same and what's different. I think this one's a hair sweeter too, which I like sweet things. More oak. Actually, more oak and the actual bourbon. Man, that's good. This one is, that Wild Turkey's really good. Well, it's funny to me, nothing against Anderson Valley, but that Wild Turkey, what do they even call it, a stout, or what they call it, malt beverage, it just never landed for me compared to others, So it's kind of funny, like in my mind, if I see, a stout aged in Wild Turkey, because of that beer, and it's like, man, actually, because of this beer, I should look forward to that, actually. Did I just say actually twice? Is this already hitting me? Little nuttiness I didn't get before. Man, I think I got to give it to, again, the Wild Turkey. I got to keep checking just to make sure I don't misspeak. But this Willet, as a chocolate fan, like, I probably should be saying Willet's my favorite because it has such a huge chocolate presence with a lot of the other stuff I really like about Bourbon County, right? But I don't know, this Wild Turkey's just hitting me, I think, the right way. And it just kind of bums me out, the Heaven Hills. 'Cause again, I think that's the one I got in my area, and I think I have one more bottle of it. Is clearly my least favorite. The nose, very faint, very hard to get anything, and the flavor, much less. All right, you know what we're going to do now, though? It's been a while. I haven't compared beers in a really long time, that I think about it. Excuse me, we've got to do a cuvee. Now, this will not taste like last year's Bourbon County because these aren't all the barrels that went into that beer. All right. Get those off camera. I'm right-handed, so I'll go this way. All right, yeah. Looks like Bourbon County. Let's get into the aroma. So it's carrying over from the Wild Turkey, that, elevated chocolate bar thing, that elevated Milky Way specifically. But it's like, and I think they actually make that a dark chocolate version, which I think the Willet is kicking in that extra chocolate, and you really do get it. Good level of roast. You almost get the char and the smoke, which I didn't get really independently. Maybe that's on me. Maybe it is a combination that it's just more pronounced that way. I don't know. But yeah, much more of that. And yeah, charred oak, without a doubt. You do get some bourbon. The smoke is the smoke and the char is the most noticeably different thing from what I had experienced prior. Let's see about the sip. It smells really good. Also, if I didn't say that, like, I really actually like how these three together smell. Let's get a taste. Cheers for the fourth time, everyone. Okay, that is really good. That's wow. Okay, that is really good. Okay, I didn't think this was gonna happen, but like, it seems like I'm getting the best of all of these. I get more of the berry thing, which I like. Which some of that nice cherry also. Big chocolate, big caramel. That nougat thing is still there. You're getting still some of the oak. Interestingly, I don't get, tastes of char or smoke like I was talking about in the aroma, on the taste, even, with the blend like I just did. There's a little bit of an oily thing, but then it does kind of thin out, which, there are definitely more motor oily versions of bourbon barrel aged stouts out there in the market now. I don't think that these are thin. But compared to some of the other ones I've had, sure, or not even like I've had, ones that weren't aged in barrels also that were like super thick. But this is not as thin as some of them either, but it does seem to thin out is my only point in this sip. And maybe I was doing it independently in the other ones, I just didn't really perceive it. Yeah, big oak. and that vanilla interwoven with it. Kiss of coconut. Oh, that cinnamon thing that I kind of forgot about that I ever even mentioned. Wow. That's a trip. That's really good. This is super tasty. All right. I think that's, yeah, my wrap up. I said that, you know, these two clearly the winners. Do I want more of the chocolate experience? Do I want the whole package kind of a thing? The mix is a real winner. The Heaven Hills was the clear loser to me. I'm super curious. Has anyone else compared all three? What were your thoughts about all three? Do you remember how you ranked them? I know it's been a year almost at this point, but I just finally was able to score the Willet. So that's why I was able to finally do this video. So again, thank you to Ross. Thank you guys at NerdSense for making this happen, making this a reality. Because I was really wanting to try them, you know, because Pokemon, right? I catch them all. I try to get all the Bourbon counties, right? So that was rad. I was able to get all three and try them all. And I went back and forth how I should do them. I know the NerdSense guys are doing one at a time. They're going to film. They've done 2 of the 3 so far. Be on the lookout for them. If you guys don't follow NerdSense. I'll add them in the description box below. But they're going to be doing the same thing, but one at a time. So it'll be really cool videos, and I'm looking forward to those. I haven't talked to them yet about their thoughts, so I'm really excited to see that. But yeah, thanks guys, I appreciate it. Once you're done checking them out, make sure you check me out on Instagram and on Tapped. Snow Hype beer reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.